My name is Armin Kritzinger, and welcome back to our course on the fundamental teachings of Christianity. Just like God's character of unselfish love is unchangeable, so His eternal law of love, the Ten Commandments, are also based on principles that cannot be changed. God's law of love reveals His unchangeable character. Those who are obedient to God's law are those who reveal God's character to the world. Please watch our lessons on God's law and God's character for more information on that. The fourth commandment of the Ten Commandments starts like this in Exodus chapter 20 verse 8. Remember the Sabbath day to keep it holy. But when is the Sabbath day? How can we remember to keep the Sabbath day as a holy day if we do not even know when it is? When God established the 7 days of the week during creation, He called them the first day, the second day, the third day, etc. The Bible refers to the seventh day as the Sabbath day in Exodus chapter 20, but the seventh day is the Sabbath of the Lord thy God. Genesis chapter 2 verse 3 also tells us that God sanctified the seventh day. Even in the World Book Encyclopedia, it says, "A week is a division of time which includes 7 days. The ancient Hebrews were among the first to use it. The book of Genesis in the Bible says that the world was created in 6 days, and the seventh day, or Sabbath, was a day of worship." So it is very clear from the Bible, both in Genesis and in the Ten Commandments in Exodus chapter 20, that the seventh day is the Sabbath day. So what day is the true seventh day, Sabbath day? The Webster's Dictionary defines Saturday as the seventh day of the week. But it is not only the dictionary that teaches us that Saturday is the seventh day of the week. The Bible teaches us the same. In Luke chapter 23 verse 54 to Luke chapter 24 verse 1, we read of 3 consecutive days in order. This was written about 30 years after Christ's resurrection, which shows us that no time had yet been lost. Most Christians know that Good Friday was the day that Jesus died and was put in the grave. Verse 54 says, "And this day was the preparation, and the Sabbath drew on." Then in verse 56 it tells us that they rested the Sabbath day according to the commandment. And then the next verse in Luke chapter 24 verse 1 mentions the first day of the week, the day that Jesus came out of the tomb. So Friday would be the preparation day, or the 6th day. Saturday would have been the 7th day, Sabbath day. And Sunday would be the first day on which Jesus was resurrected. We also know that the Jewish people have been observing Saturday as the Sabbath day at least from the time of Abraham. And they still keep it today on Saturday. Here is a whole nation, millions of individuals, who have been counting time meticulously, week after week, calendar or no calendar, for thousands of years. Could they have lost track? Impossible. The only way that they could have lost a day would have been for an entire nation to sleep for more than 24 hours, and for no one to ever tell them about it afterwards. It wasn't until around the 8th century BC that pagans, in an effort not to pay homage to the Sabbath, made changes to what the days were called, preferring to rather call them names of their planetary gods. We have Sunday for the sun, which is the first day of the week, Monday for the moon, and Saturday for Saturn. The other days were changed again a bit later to reflect the Norse gods. Also, more than 100 languages use the word Sabbath for Saturday in their language. For example, the Spanish word for Saturday is sábado, meaning Sabbath. What does this prove? It proves that when those 100 languages originated long ago, Saturday was recognized as the Sabbath day, or seventh day, and was incorporated into the very name of the day. There has been no change or loss of the seventh day, Sabbath day, since God has made it in creation, in Genesis. The origin of the seventh day week is found in the creation story. There is no scientific or astronomical reason for why we measure weeks in cycles of 7 days. We know why we have 1 year and why we have 1 month and why we have one day? We can calculate that with the Earth's rotation around the sun, with the moon and the Earth rotating on its own axis. But the 7-day week is an arrangement by God that has been miraculously kept and preserved like that. Because the holy 7th day, Sabbath day, points to the creative power of God. It is a sign of His sovereignty over the world and over human life. A sign of creation and redemption. So what day is the true 7th day, Sabbath day? Saturday is the true Sabbath day. Leviticus chapter 23 verse 32 says, "From evening to evening shall you keep your Sabbath." From creation, a day was calculated from sunset to sunset. From creation, a day was never calculated from midnight to midnight, but rather from sunset to sunset. That is the natural way to establish the end of one day and the beginning of a new day. From sunset to sunset. So when people say that the Sabbath is Saturday, they mean that the Sabbath is therefore from Friday sunset to Saturday sunset. Like the Bible says in Leviticus 23 verse 32, "From evening to evening shall you keep your Sabbath." We also know that the observance of Sabbath is a sign between God and His people. In Ezekiel chapter 20 verse 12 the Bible says, "Moreover also I gave them my Sabbaths, to be a sign between me and them, that they may know that I am the Lord that sanctify them." Just like all God's other commandments are also based in love, and it's good for us and for others, the same is also true with the Sabbath.